allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ace to the OV. I used to move by the OZ. I guess even back then you could call me CEO of the ROC. Fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I'll be the music biz #1 supplier. Not TOC, but similar to the letters. No one can do it better. I check cheddar like a food inspector. My homie Strick told me, dude, finish your breakfast. So that's what I'ma do. Take you back to the dude with the Lexus. Fast forward the jewels in the necklace. Let me tell you, dudes, what I do to protect this. Shoot at you actors like movie direction.
Ready for action are the Bucks. We hope you're wearing the green today on this special presentation of the NBA on St. Patrick's Day. This is Kevin Harlan with my partners Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Doris Burke is on the sideline. While we've got a chance here, let's now take a look at the starting lineups, sponsored by State Farm. And guys, what are we going to be looking for in this one from Tim Duncan?
You know, it's amazing, guys. Tim Duncan's still a factor at both ends of the floor. You know, he's not quite the scorer that he was in his youth, but his defensive presence and the leadership that he brings to his team is amazing.
Yeah, he's a terrific passer, whether it's setting up teammates out of the post or hauling in rebounds and making smart outlet passes to get the transition game going. Love his calm demeanor and the ability to stay even keeled out there.
It's finished the Pursuit Blast here in Milwaukee. Bucks hope to put on a show for this home crowd. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time. And that game moved the season series to 2-0.
Well, with the number of turnovers they had in that game, guys, it was going to be an uphill battle all the way.
Well, especially, Steve, when you couple the turnovers with the soft defense they were playing. I mean, that's a bad combination. Turning it over and then not defending.
Now, here's Green, following the miss by Monte Ellis.
Get outside, get outside.
He kicks to Splitter. 6 to shoot. And Joseph kicks to Green. A three-pointer, no good. So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Magic. Poke loose. And it's out of bounds to the Bucks as Milwaukee retains possession.
17 seconds on the shot clock.
And so it's Milwaukee with it. Ellis kicks to Ilyasova. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
Monte Ellis is a guy who's a little undersized as a scoring guard, but there's no question about his explosiveness. His first step is so quick. Loves to go right, can get to the rim, but if you back off him, he can pull up and make that jump shot.
Again, the miss by the Spurs. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. Jennings passes.
Oh, what a throwdown there, man.
And in just a second, we'll get back to the action. But first, let's hear what Damon's got for us in the studio. Damon?
Great, thanks, Kevin. Let's first look at the scores of the games that finished earlier today. At Air Canada Center, the Raptors end up losing to the Heat. Rudy Gay was their top scorer. Out at Staples Center, the Clippers with the lead against New York. They're about halfway through the fourth in that one. It's CP3 leading the team in scoring. That's all for us here in the studio. Now let's get back to Kevin Harlan and the gang. Kev, take it away.
All right, Damon, great report. We'll catch up with you again with more scores at halftime.
Boy, it's so important to be at your best at this time of the season. Even the teams that are already assured of their spot in the playoffs, they want to be building momentum. And it's not a time when you can take any games off, no matter what position you're in.
Green kicks to Leonard. Clock at 2. Here's Splitter. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, probably the right play defensively. If you can't get the block, send them to the free throw line. Don't give them an easy 2.
No easy buckets inside. Force free throws and work to keep them out of the lane next time around.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him.
And Spurs coach Greg Popovich, no question, one of the great coaches of all time and a really interesting guy. I love the way he handles the media. He can be funny at one moment, surly the next. He keeps reporters on their toes. Got a very sarcastic side to him.
Here's Leonard after the made shot from Monte Ellis to stop the run, and the shot is good.
Well, it took a while, but somebody finally got a shot to go.
You know, I was starting to get a little concerned for them. I mean, it hadn't been pretty to this point.
They grab their own miss. The pass to Ilyasova. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
He just couldn't shake loose. He had the defender draped all over him.
Joseph dishes to Leonard. Joseph feeds it to Leonard. Outside, Green. Puts up a three. Pushes up. On the dunk by Duncan.
How's that for an encore after the offensive board?
That's the only way he knows how to do it. Monster stuff.
Oh, he makes life miserable down around the paint for anybody who's trying to box him out.
And here's Jennings outside. No good. And the Spurs going the other way now. And when you talk about the yin and the yang of Greg Popovich, you know, you have to say, Steve, he's done a great job over the years of being demanding, get what he needs out of the players he's coaching without causing much backlash. You know, the locker basically polices itself. He'll get hard, even on the Tim Duncans of the world. He'll get very hard on him and coach him.
Yeah, he gets on all of his guys, and I think that's the secret for Popovich. You know, having Tim Duncan and David Robinson over the years as the foundation of that organization. You know, those guys are high-quality players and high-character people. So to be able to build around them and to coach them allows Popovich to coach everybody else as well.
Splitter lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Splitter's got his first basket. Last game for the Spurs, they picked up the W against Cleveland.
And Clark, to me, it was the tremendous interior defense that was the difference in that game.
Yeah, I love just how organized they were in the post defensively. They were communicating, they were moving their feet, their bodies were active. It was a very disciplined defensive performance.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot two right here.
Well, guys, as you know, I had a chance to play with Tim Duncan for 4 seasons in San Antonio. And he's one of the best teammates I ever had. Just the skill level combined with the humility and the leadership in the locker room. Just an absolute joy to play with.
Now here's Jennings, averaging 18 points a game. Dishes to Mba Amute. Kicks it out to Ellis. Over Green. Ellis can't get it to go. Steve, that's saying a lot. You've played with Michael Jordan and Tim Duncan. That's what you have on your resume. Clark's self-confidence, some would say ego, so often part of the makeup for professional athletes. With guys like Tim Duncan, that humility can be refreshing.
It is refreshing, and it's also empowering to the people that he's around and with. The distinction to me between confidence and ego comes down to respecting other people and valuing what they bring. And that's who he is and what he's been about since he's been in the league.
They are setting the tone here early with their work on the boards.
Yeah, only a moderate advantage here, a slight one, but as the game wears on, it's one they'll definitely look to build on.
You know, for such a long time, the Spurs were looked to as an annual threat to win it all, especially with Tim Duncan in his prime. But the last few years, people haven't taken San Antonio seriously, but they still win consistently, night in and night out.
And the Spurs making a change here. Dewan Blair, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for Splitter. Steven Jackson checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Spurs trailed by 5. Now here's Joseph. Now the dish to Blair. Ginobili takes a 3. That drops. Thinking about the Spurs, a lot of it just seems to be habit for them. Winning has certainly become a habit down in Texas.
Yeah, they have the players to compete, but by no means do they seem overpowering to any other team. Pop is a great coach. Greg Popovich gets the most out of them, and that's a big part of it, Kevin. Too little, too late from the D. Give him credit for trying anyway.
Great job he did getting through him and up to the rim.
Yeah, now that was aggressive, and that's exactly what I like to see.
Patrick Mills, he's checked in for the Spurs.
Tell you what, things just aren't bouncing his way this quarter.
That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
You know, those types of high percentage shots, Kevin, should be a big part of what they do going forward.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. Ellis can't get that one to fall either.
He is yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
Mills passes to Jackson. Into Diaw. Outside, Ginobili. No good trying to beat the buzzer. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Bucks lead by 2. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
Who is it? Let's go. The motherfucking East Side.
And welcome back as we continue our St. Paddy's Day broadcast. When you consider how the Bucks are doing, Steve and Clark, your thoughts?
And it's been beautiful basketball to watch, guys. Really sharing and moving the ball. And as a result, they've got a great flow going.
Hand in glove, 5 guys working as one. The power of the fist, we call it. They've racked up a bunch of assists.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for San Antonio, Mills out there with Ginobili. Then it's Steven Jackson. Then there's Boris Diaw, and it's Blair in at the 5, patrolling the paint. Jackson misses. Bucks leading by 4. Ellis goes in. The feed to Sanders. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim.
The Bucks shooting about 42% so far.
Manu Ginobili, really one of the more unique players in the game. He's fast, he's quick, but it's the angles that he takes on his drives that seems to confound defenders. He just finds a way to get to the rim anytime he wants.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
That's a defensive let-up right there. I mean, they've got to close down on him quicker when he's in three-point range.
Here's Ellis following the three-pointer by San Antonio. Leads him in there. And Ginobili pulls it down. That's a great point, Steve, about the angles. And you talk about Ginobili getting inside. Of course, his skill at getting to the line is so huge. A big part of that effectiveness.
Yeah, he's a master at drawing fouls. There's no question about it. Being left-handed and lethal at driving from both sides of the floor makes him very capable of drawing fouls. And some would say he even embellishes the fouls that he gets. But that's a matter of opinion.
Well, offensively, he needs much less space to operate than most players. It's amazing how well he can get his shot off, even with somebody right in his face.
You know, even the tightest defensive pressure doesn't seem to faze him in the least. I mean, you can attribute it to his concentration, where he has incredible focus, or you could just say he's one of those gifted scorers.
He had no luck from the three-point line earlier, so maybe this one will give him some momentum.
That's the risk you run by staying out there as he picks up his third.
Well, you know, guys, my last season in the league was with San Antonio. That was Manu Ginobili's rookie year. And one thing you could tell right away was that he was absolutely fearless. And right from the beginning, he would want the ball at the end of games. He wanted to take the big shot. And so aggressive, so fast and strong, he could get to the rim anytime he wanted.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Dunleavy comes in for Mba'amoute. And J.J. Redick is subbed in for Brandon Jennings. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. And that aggressiveness you were talking about with Manu, really something that has, I think, Clark, defined Ginobili's approach to the game.
Yeah, I like the combination of all-out effort and hustle. But he combines that with tremendous skill, fearlessness, and also a really good basketball IQ. You listen to him talk about the game. He sees it really well from all angles.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Sanders. Henson comes in for Ilyasova. And Marquise Daniels has subbed in for Monte Ellis. And now in transition is Mills. Here we go. Duncan, a monster one-hand slam.
I like the awareness they had there. Guys were headed out on the break the instant the steal was made.
And they got the easy bucket because of it.
Here's Daniels up with it, and he lays it straight in. Daniels has got his first points in this one.
Yeah, we're now starting to see them get some high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, that's 5 of their last 6 buckets inside the lane, so they're getting really high percentage looks down there.
Dunleavy. That 3 off the mark.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
Well, you don't see him miss that shot very often. When he's open like that, it's usually lights out.
The drive by Duncan and the foul on John Henson. That's his first foul.
Third team foul.
Jackson kicks to Mills. Three-pointer. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
For three.
Mills has got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, another uncontested three there. They've got to make some kind of an adjustment. I mean, they're giving up way too many open threes.
Well, the last 5 hoops, 3 have come off wide open three-pointers, Clark. So it's one thing to give up one, but you start giving three-pointers up in bunches, you're in big trouble.
The Bucks shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game.
Well, you take a look at the numbers, guys. They're shooting 74% on the season.
You know, I know that's an aspect they've been trying to address as a team. I mean, they've got to get those free throw numbers up and improve.
The Spurs have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6.
Jackson.
Kicks to Ginobili. Offline with the baseline jumper.
He's one guy the defense is not afraid to leave open from that range, and for obvious reasons.
Reddick. Good work defensively by Ginobili.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
And there is a whistle that goes on Marquise Daniels. That's his first foul. It's Ginobili with the drive. That is good. Ginobili's got 7 points in the game.
Points in the paint have been the main course, or main entree, if you will. They just keep pounding it inside.
Now they're seeing no resistance defensively in the paint area, so the defense has got to be tougher.
Now here's Jackson, averaging 6 points per contest. It's stolen by D'Alembert. And Tim Duncan gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. There's 1:47 left to play here in the half. Reddick dishes to Dunley. He dishes it to D'Alembert. The Bucks working the ball around. Reddick for 3. That's good. Reddick's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense wasn't bad, but I think they've got to tighten up on it.
Outside, Ginobili. And out of bounds as the Bucks gain possession.
Over the last 10 games, Kevin, you can see where the Bucks rank in the league stats. 3rd in assists, 6th in scoring, and they're in the top 10 in fewest turnovers per game. And they really do emphasize taking care of the ball.
And when you look at the stats across the board, Clark, the one that jumps out at me, which you mentioned, is the assist per game. This is a team that really relies on offensive distribution, great spacing, good ball movement, and unselfishness, and that shows up in that assist total. Solid advantage in the rebounding totals for them so far here.
You know, in every game, but particularly in a close game, every little advantage you can use helps, and they're certainly enjoying one on the glass here.
The 3. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. Daniels with it, covered by Mills. Daniels, no good.
Opportunity to go 2 for 1 here if they want it.
Steve, let's see if they go for it.
And there's Ginobili. That's good on the assist by Mills.
For 3.
And it's a 3-point Spurs lead.
Well, after a slow first quarter, he's starting to pick it up a bit here.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And J.J. Redick was a big-time scorer back in Duke, but really had to work his way into regular minutes in the NBA. And it's a testament to his work ethic, the kind of well-rounded player he's become.
Here's what Milwaukee's going with right now. Larry Sanders is checked in for D'Alembert. Ilyasova comes in for Henson. And Baamute's checked in for Mike Dunley. And it's Jennings in for Marquise Daniels.
Well, we'll see what happens here. You got to be aware that's your second foul. Question is, do you keep him on the floor or not?
Monte Ellis checked in for J.J. Redick. And so he's able to get 1 of 2. It's a neck-and-neck game here in Milwaukee. Throws up the alley-oop. Duncan with the block. The kick out to Ilyasova. This one for 3. Shot's good. Ilyasova's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, such a great touch, and with his size, I mean, he can go anywhere he wants offensively.
Lets it go with the 3. No good on that last second attempt there. And we're through
34.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Happy St. Patrick's Day from all of us here at 2K Sports. Let's see who had the luck of the Irish in the first half. The Bucks have the lead out in Milwaukee against the Spurs. Their passing has been the key. Great playmaking all around. Certainly an impressive start by Brandon Jennings. He's got 7 points, and as usual, he's been handing out a lot of assists. And for San Antonio, they're looking good in their own right. Their second unit giving them instant offense. They've gone to their bench for scoring, and they've answered the call. Certainly an impressive start by Manu Ginobili. 13 points, as you might expect, has been a huge factor from outside. And let's look at the other NBA games scheduled for later. Real scores, real stats from the real NBA.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half.
Well, Manu has been getting it done. He's got 13 points, and he's nailed 3 from long range. That's 9 points from deep.
Well, I like that he's not hesitating to pull the trigger. I mean, if he's got room, he's going to take the shot. He's putting some fear in this defense.
Brandon Jennings and Monte Ellis comprise the backcourt. Ilyasova out there with Sanders, and it's Mbah a Moute in at the 3 spot. That's the group for Milwaukee right now. Tim Duncan grabs the miss. Duncan's got 8 rebounds in this game.
I got ball.
Here's Leonard. The rebound by Monte Ellis.
Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Here is Mbah a Moute. Good, and the assist goes to Ellis. And Mbah a Moute's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Bucks. Joseph, the pass to Duncan. Pass to Joseph. He feeds it to Green. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with Damon Bruce, who's standing by.
Thanks so much, Kevin. Let's quickly bring up the scores from the games that already are in the books. It was the Heat with a win against the Raptors in Toronto. And they keep this terrific streak going. Can they sustain it? Dwayne Wade led them in scoring. Out at Staples Center, it was the Clippers losing to the Knicks. So far, they've split their last 6 games. And it was Chris Paul leading them in scoring. That'll do it for us in the studio. Now, let's get you back to your game. Guys?
And thank you, Damon, as always.
Yeah, definitely a busy schedule today. A lot of games going on, including the one we're watching here right now. Gotta love the NBA. A lot of great basketball all over the country.
You let him get to the rim, and that's exactly what's going to happen. You deserve that.
He's more than capable. You're right, Clark, of providing some great highlight reel material.
Yes, sir.
And for a point guard to finish like that, I mean, that is just special.
Here's Splitter. An easy 2 points on the layup. Splitter's got his second basket of the game.
Well, until recently, he was one of the top big men in Europe. Now in the NBA, he's really showing what he's got at both ends of the floor. An active big man. He can run the floor. He can rebound, block shots, and score a little bit as well.
Yeah, you know, a mobile 7-footer with a good basketball IQ. He's a factor on the offensive boards, boosting that box score with those second chance points. And San Antonio has possession following the 3 by Milwaukee. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, you knew Kawhi Leonard could defend and rebound. The question coming out of San Diego State was, could he shoot? Because he didn't shoot a high percentage in college, but shot it very well for the Spurs. He's worked awfully hard on that shooting stroke, and he looks like he's going to be a big part of this team for many years to come.
You mentioned Kawhi Leonard's shooting stroke, Steve, even better than we all thought from three-point range in the NBA than he was in college, despite the longer distance.
Yeah, he revamped his motion a bit, and he did it during the offseason, understanding that was something he was going to have to add to his package. And credit Kawhi for the hard work he put in, and it's paid off, and it usually always does, that extra work. What a talented leaper. Loves to climb up and throw it down. Man!
Oh, Clarkie gets up so quickly.
Yeah, like a pogo stick.
Oh, my gosh, not a lot of point guards in the league can jam like he can.
That's for sure.
And he's able to finish, guys, amongst all the big fellas in the paint. Just amazing athleticism.
Spurs trail by 4. And Joseph kicks to Splitter. And the Spurs scoring again.
And we have seen the intensity pick up big time here in the second half.
Well, you can feel the desire from both teams that they really want to win this one.
Now here's Ellis, averaging 19 points per contest. Inabamute kicks to Ellis. Shoots over Leonard. And another basket for Milwaukee.
There's been some slippage defensively here in the second half, Kevin. I mean, I'm not sure if their legs are going or what, but they've given up some easy baskets here.
Joseph with the ball. He's guarded by Jennings. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Udo. Ilyasova with the ball. Picked up by Joseph. Here is Mbamute. Jams it with authority.
An open lane right there. Pretty much saw the daylight he wanted and took advantage.
Yeah, great opportunity, and he seized it without much hesitation.
Yeah, a little too easy, if you ask me. The defense really needs to tighten things up here.
So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Here's Ellis. And yes, sir, that one drops. And it's an 8-point Bucks lead.
Now, halftime was exactly what they needed, as they have shot the ball much better coming out of the break.
Yeah, they have looked a lot better this half. I don't know what it was. Perhaps they changed the rims, unbeknownst to us, but something changed.
Ilyasova. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. It's Ginobili outside. Gets it to go. Ginobili's got 16 points.
He has looked very comfortable from three-point land today.
Well, the bulk of his points, that's where they've come from.
Here's Ilyasova, and the whistle blows, and it's going to be an over-the-back call here.
Not much doubt about that over-the-back call.
Yeah, he was all over his back that time. Looked like he was going for a piggyback ride.
Don't leave Monte open.
The drive by Ellis. And that's the devastating one-handed jam.
That was a hole punch jam there, Kevin.
A nice finish.
Yeah, you got to love the way he just capped off that strong move.
No good from Ginobili. Bucks leading by 7. Ellis in the post. The rebound by Blair. And there's the foul. It'll go on Udo. That is his first foul of the game. The Spurs have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the third. Here's Mills. He's guarded by Jennings. They get it again. Here's Jackson. Knocked loose. Blair dishes to Mills. There's the 3. Milwaukee with the rebound.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of... Oh, my goodness.
What a huge play.
Boy, an unbelievable dunk there. I mean, fellas, you've got to marvel at plays like that.
He can really take off, can't he, Steve?
Yeah, he almost jumped through the roof on that one, guys.
That was a nice replay. Brought to you by Sprite. Spurs trail by 9. Pass to Blair. Oh! Rebounded by the Bucks. Udo's got 3 rebounds now in this one. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game. That will complete this 4-game homestand. And Mbamute can't get it to go. The Spurs shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Out of bounds, Milwaukee takes possession. 26 seconds left to play in the third. Ellis goes in. He passes to Ilyasova. It's rebounded by Boris Diaw.
I like that creativity, double clutching to catch the defender on the way down. I can go for that.
And here's Jennings. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Another miss by Ilyasova.
At the line for the Spurs, Boris Diaw. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And the Bucks making a change here. And so he hits both. Here's Daniels. No good. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points.
The Spurs.
Coming up this Saturday night.
Bucks leading by 7. On the floor for San Antonio starting the fourth quarter. Horace Diaw is out there with Steven Jackson. Then there's Ginobili. Then there's Blair. And it's Mills in at the point guard position.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jello. You got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop coming down the lane, but you've got to have good position before the play starts.
Ellis with it. Picked up by Ginobili. That one goes. Count it. And the Bucks lead by 11.
And all 10 of their last points have come inside the paint, so defensively you've got to make an adjustment.
Yeah, and you got to do a little more to stop it, too. I mean, it's coming way too easy for him. At some points, you just got to... Oh, how about that, basketball fans?
Beautiful.
Wow. Now we're cooking with gas, partner.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Looking at who's out there now for the Bucks. Samuel Dallenberg, who's checked in for Sanders. Gooden comes in for Ilyasova. Mike Dunleavy, he's checked.
Oh, hammer time. Hammer time. And you really don't want to give up too many dunks like that. One is too many.
No, certainly you're right. You know, that's making it way too easy for sure.
Yeah, major breakdown defensively. They've got to tighten things up here.
The Sprite replay really gave you a good look at the action.
Nah, man.
And it's Ellis penetrating. Flushes it down.
I love the flow that they've been playing with offensively tonight. This is an impressive performance.
Well, and that lead they have just continues to grow and grow.
Shot by Joseph, no good.
And you can feel the momentum swinging. They needed that shot badly.
Steve, I sense some frustration here. It seems like they're getting a little frustrated. It's understandable because they've given up this big run.
And the Bucks making a change here. Daniels is checked in. Redick passes to Dunleavy with the shot. And again, it's Milwaukee converting.
Offensively just hammering away in the paint.
And that's 10 straight points inside, too.
One shot.
Free throw drops for Dunleavy.
And, guys, we know officiating the NBA game is really such a tough job. I don't envy those guys at all. And they're under more scrutiny than ever before now. All the clips are available online, and the league is really putting more energy than ever into getting the best out of the official.
And Redick kicks to Dallenberg. He kicks it to Redick. Now the pass to Daniels. From beyond the arc, San Antonio with the rebound. Leonard's got his third rebound on the night. Then you go back to the officiating and that balance between letting them play and whistling it tight. Nobody wants to watch guys shoot free throws all night. But, Steve, how do you prefer the game to be officiated?
Well, it's so difficult, Kevin. On one hand, the officials need to set the tone early and not let players foul each other all game. On the other hand, you know, you can't have 100 free throws shot in the game because, as you said, nobody wants to watch. So it's really a balancing act for the officials, and they have a terribly difficult job. Well, I like Kawhi Leonard out of San Diego State, a real gym rat, and San Antonio has worked hard with him on his jump shot, and he's made dramatic strides there. And with his rebounding ability, as he continues to shoot the ball well, he can be a very effective player.
And guys, you know, going back to Leonard, he's got a big house near the practice facility. He's upstairs, and his mom moved in downstairs. She told him, you focus on basketball, let me take care of everything else. Scheduling, ticket requests, eating healthy. And for a young player, all of that makes a lot of sense to me. I'd like to see more guys do it that way.
And that one's good. Daniels.
A little lucky, frankly, but they did get it to go.
Joseph with the ball. Dallenberg's there. They kick it out to Green. Feeds it to Joseph. A three ball. San Antonio again missing. And the Bucks with possession. They're on a 19-3 run. That's good.
They continue to barrel their way inside, and when's the defense going to adjust?
Well, I'm asking the same question myself, partner. I mean, that's 8 points out of their last 10 coming inside.
Up top, Leonard. The low man. This is to Joseph. Puts up a three. But they'll get another chance.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Here's Leonard. Once again off the mark by San Antonio.
He just can't get a good feel for his shot at this point. That's one of the reasons they're losing.
Stolen by Joseph. It's stolen by Dallenberg. And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
The turnovers have uptick for them. They can't afford to let their concentration lapse here.
A platoon swap here for Milwaukee. Joseph dishes to Green. Lets the three fly. That's good.
That's all the space he needs, guys. He'll make you pay every time if you give him that shot.
Near the three-point line, it's Ellis. Kicks it out to Jennings. Over Joseph. Jennings can't get it to go.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get too many better looks from that range.
Ilyasova kicks it out to Jennings. And Ilyasova throws it down.
I'll tell you what, Kevin, Ilyasova is one of the unknown stars in this league. He's an amazing player, a rebounder, a runner. He's very skilled as a shooter. He's a guy, I think, with more exposure, I think people will really understand how good he is.
Yeah, you know what? Amazing skills as a result of his long arms and his knack for slipping between opponents. Ilyasova, very underrated for his putback ability. So San Antonio goes with a fresh 5 on the floor. Jennings passes to Ilyasova. The offensive rebound. Ellis kicks to Ilyasova. And Boris Diaw picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Frustration foul there. You've got to maintain your composure.
Yeah, he lost his cool there, Steve. I mean, you can understand it, but you can't excuse it.
And this one's pretty much wrapped up.
And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
Spurs shoot. The three from Mills. Ginobili kicks to Blair. Makes the lead pass. The dish now to Jackson. The feed to Mills. The three. The shot will not go. So Milwaukee will take it the other way.
Well, remember, he made 2 3-pointers in the first half, but has not been able to get anything to fall here in the second. Now, remember, he did make a 3-pointer in the first half, so we'll see if he can find the range here in the second.
It's Ginobili outside. There's 47 seconds left in the game. And that one's good. The Bucks shooting it brilliantly here lately. 60% from the field. Jennings dishes to Ilyasova. And Bahamute the pass to Jennings. Jennings can't get that one to fall.
Well, the shot was there for him, and he had to take it. I don't care if he didn't convert it. He's got to take that every time.
There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and it's Ellis penetrating. Good.
Not much drama left in this one, guys.
No, it hasn't quite exactly been a nail-biter. I mean, it's going to be a great win for them, though.
And the foul on Monte Ellis. That is his first foul of the game. For the three. Mills can't hit. Kicks it to Mbamute.
You know, that's a play very few players have the guts to even try.
Yeah, you know, it's hard enough, Clark, to complete an alley-oop pass to one of your teammates, let alone yourself.
Yeah.
Wow.
He does have a little bit of showman in him, that's for sure.
Yeah, I know you just ripped the packaging off your CD. If you like me, you're reading the credits right now. If you in your car, I don't care if it's winter, I want you to put all your windows down. Zone out. Buckle up. Let's go. Hello, it's Hova. That's right, youngin', the wait is over. The new millennium is upon us. The album is here. Before we get into this shit, let's get a few things clear. Rappers with no relation. There's 7 degrees of separation, and I'm Kevin Bacon.